So, Brendan, let's get right into it. Let's talk about the Jets. The Jets, I've watched a couple of their games. I've seen some non-highlights because I don't know if you guys really have any highlights this year yet.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, so I just want to, the floor is yours. Give your initial reactions to the season.
Man, so far this season has been nothing but a fluke. Like, for all my honesty, I don't know really what to say here. We went out, we got a guy, Rob Saleh. We went out, we traded Sam Darnold, picked up Zack Wilson. We got Corey Davis. We did what we had to do. There's no denying that. But there's something about this team. I feel like we're cursed. Like, I feel like Namath might have like sold like the organization to fulfill his guarantee or something crazy. Like, I'm telling you, it doesn't make any sense because we all know that these were the right moves. I mean, like, you can question that they weren't because they're not working out, but there's always going to be a potential opportunity for it to not work in life. But we all know that like these were pretty damn good moves by our organization, unjet like moves. Like, it takes balls to get rid of the Sam Darnold, right? Look what's happening now. He's flourishing. So it takes balls to do that, to reset the financial cap margin and to get younger and to build around. It takes balls to do that. And that's like not jet like to make those decisions. So that's why I felt like humbled to have Saleh, humbled to have a GM that was willing to do these things, take chances. But listen, ever since this has started, I mean, like, let's look at week 1. I mean, that was the best game that Zack Wilson has played. We never really got to record a podcast about it. This might be a stretch. It probably is a stretch, but he kind of looked like Mahomes in the Super Bowl, like making plays that should have happened that weren't happening because of the offensive line being atrocious. Becton going down, not coming back in the next 7 weeks. Listen, I'm not saying it's Patrick Mahomes. He's a rookie quarterback, and he has been regressing. He hasn't been doing anything good. But his rookie game, his first game against the Carolina Panthers was the best game. I mean, in the second half, he threw 2 tutties. He kept us in it. Like, us Jets fans were excited, and this Carolina Panthers team is legit, man. I mean, they're playing good. Their defense is lights out.
Playing good. Their
I'm pretty
defense
sure
is scary.
their defense is like top 10 in the league. And Sam Darnold has the top 10 QBR in the league at number 6. He's balling. I don't know what's going to happen with him and no CMC, and then fast forwarding, like, week 2, we play the Patriots and we just get lit up. I mean, there's too many turnovers. Like, man, like, just freaking, it looked like Zack Wilson looked like Sam Darnold. I mean, the number 2 just automatically turned into number 14. And it was the same thing that happened last year, man. It's crazy, So I just think that it's classic Belichick going up against Zack Wilson. And, he's a god against these quarterbacks. He knows what he's doing. The rookies, I think he only has like 1 loss, and that might be Herbert. Correct me if I'm wrong, against rookie quarterbacks. Or no, he's got more than 1, like maybe like 6 losses, but like 1 to 4 losses, 1 to 6 losses. But
yeah, I mean, like you're saying, it's hard for rookies to play against Belichick, definitely.
Yeah,
and first I'll give Zack Wilson the devil's advocate. I'll be his advocate. He's a rookie quarterback. The Jets didn't have a mentor for him in the offseason. They didn't have like a veteran QB presence, really.
That's facts.
New head coach, new offensive coordinator, young kid, and apparently no O-line. We thought it was going to be a great O-line heading into this season. Like, he made a YouTube video about it too, even. And Mekhi Becton injury hurts. But when you look at the stats of Zack Wilson, man's got 7 interceptions and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's not good.
And it's not good. It's not good. Zack Wilson has a lot of potential, and I see it in his plays. That second half against the Panthers really showed his potential. But, man, you guys, the Jets have scored only 20 points in 3 games this year. And that's concerning as an offensive standpoint. And yeah, I mean, your team is supposed to be better than last year. So I don't get it. And he's not even rushing that much, Wilson. He's been trying to pass more. I feel like he's got to use his legs more. But go ahead.
No, I agree. Like, he's not rushing. This guy is a fast kid. He's elusive. He can scramble in the pocket. I mean, like, just let's take a second and let's look at what Matt Rule is doing to Sam Darnold. I mean, maybe all he needed was, give me 1 second. What the fuck? All right. Yeah. No, I feel like all Matt Rule needed was to see that game last year, Thursday Night Football against the Patriots, when they were in MetLife. Jets were wearing their black jerseys. And I remember LeBron James retweeted it, said, "What a run at Sam Darnold." and it was like a play action RPO, and he just rolled out, like took it 40 plus yards, Sammy Wheels to the end zone. So, dude, like if Sam Darnold, look at what Matt Rule's doing with Sam Darnold, man. So like, and look at how they're allowing him to hand it off, run, use his legs. I agree with you. We have to use his legs, man. I don't know if it's because we don't want him to get hit. I don't know if we're trying to be as careful as possible. But seriously, like this guy can run. He's a fast quarterback. I don't even know why he's not escaping the pocket. If you look at the plays that he's doing, I mean, he's look, what Wilson's trying to do here is he is trying to be the hero. All right. You can't win hero ball. It's not college football. He's trying to be the hero. He's trying to fit the ball into tight pockets. And that's what he's trying to do. And I genuinely appreciate it because listen, like some of these picks weren't his fault. There are two of them were his fault completely. Some of the worst picks I've ever seen against the Patriots. The final two were some of the worst I've ever seen. That one to Corey Davis was a dot, bro. Rolling out pressure, two people, a safety is coming in double coverage. He's coming right across parallel in the flat. And then there's also a man like at the post right there waiting and it went right through Corey Davis's hands. And by the way, real quick, Corey Davis, man, this man is dropping so many passes. It is absolutely ridiculous, especially against the Broncos. Like I remember Coach Salas said something very serious, and I really liked what he said. He said, Sam Darnold's got to learn, or not Sam Darnold, Zack Wilson's got to learn how to play boring football. And that's very true. And I think that Zack did do that against Broncos. He was like, all right, you want me to play boring football? I will play boring football. And that's why you didn't see many turnovers. You saw one pick. But listen, man, look, ultimately there is some sort of issue here. I don't know what it is, but this isn't right. We shouldn't be 0-3 going, losing to the Broncos and getting shut out by them. It's just, dude, it's really not a good time. I'm just as confused as you are.
I mean, the Broncos, Patriots, Panthers, they all have great defenses this year. So it looks like, so I get that, Zack Wilson, I think he's still your guy. And he just wasn't, I don't think he was ready to start, to be honest. Maybe give him that year or come in half season.
For sure.
So this is what the Jets have to work with now. A rookie quarterback who's not getting it done, been sacked 15 times. And, he's completed 55% of his passes. So Zack Wilson, obviously, it's not really entirely his fault, but he's not playing like a number 2 overall pick right now.
Agreed.
Next week, this Sunday, you guys have the Titans. Now, the Titans this season, when Derrick Henry is on, they've been really good. And the previous week. But they have a loss this year, I'm pretty sure, to the Cardinals pretty badly. And they won a close one against the Seahawks. So going to this week, this might be, most likely, I'm thinking another L. And Zack Wilson, how do you prepare for this Titans team? They're probably going to be one of the worst defensives you faced in your NFL career so far. Definitely not as good as the Patriots, the Broncos, and the Panthers. So if this is the game for the Jets to, make it competitive, it's this one.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And listen, I got to just come out and say it. I was planning on going to this game. Like I was going to go with my buddy. Like, hear me out. Like I was going to go with my buddy, goes to Quinnipiac, shout him, dire Jets fan. We're both suffering together. Like we're going through this. It's really hard. It's very, very hard, Jarod. I get depressed after Sundays, depressed, dude. Post football depression. It's horrible, dude. Like once that 4 o'clock happens,
post Jets depression.
Post Jets depression. Yeah, it's for real. PJD. Yeah, I suffer PJD for sure. I need antidepressants because of it. But anyways, I'm just playing. But anyways, yeah, no, I was supposed to go to the Titans game, but I'm not going anymore because I'm not paying for this. There's no way I'm gonna go take a train all the way to MetLife for this. No, that's not. It's not worth my money. I'm not going. After that week, I'm not going. Like I'm protesting.
All right, it's because you're not going. Wilson's about to throw 5 TDs, and they're about to upset the Titans. I can feel it. I can feel it now. It's
Dude,
the same thing. I get what you mean. Like the Mets, my Mets been eliminated from playoffs, and I unfortunately went to a game a couple of weeks ago, and they won, but didn't really matter in the long run. So I feel you with not wanting to go anymore. It is a big commitment for your Sunday. Pretty expensive too, even for a shitty team. So that's where they get you. Do you think they have the slightest chance against the Titans?
Man, I mean, look, their defense is one of the worst defenses in the league, but at the end of the day, like
It's the
Julio
Jets.
Jones, AJ Brown, and Henry are gonna be like lining up against our defense, man. It's just not. We're losing. Like it's not happening. Like we're going to lose. It's gonna be a tough game. I think that coming home after him being back in MetLife, I think, and having Wilson had now he's got 3 games under his belt. Like I don't know. It really depends here.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we're gonna lose this game. It's the Tennessee Titans. They were just in the playoffs last year. It's probably gonna be harder than we think. I don't know. We will see. The one thing I will say is that I think my prediction is that Wilson's gonna get too comfortable too quick. And he is going to maybe find a lot of holes, a lot of gaps, a lot of open reads, and he's gonna do good. Maybe have like a good first quarter, a good first drive somehow. And then the second quarter, like once Tannehill's starting to like compete, he's just going to throw the game. He's going to start throwing interceptions. He's going to think that like that timing is always like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's going to get lost
Mm-hmm.
in the timing and make the same mistakes that he made week 1, week 2. He's still a rookie. Vrabel's a great head coach. I know that they lost to Dory Jackson. I know they lost Logan Ryan. I know they lost some huge key pieces on that defense. But at the end of the day, they have way more experience in this Jets team, and they got a lot more leaders, and it's a whole different culture, right? Like this is a much more established organization. So I give them
Yeah.
the benefit of the doubt.
The one thing I'll say about Wilson is that the rest of the rookie QBs aren't really playing that well
Right.
either.
Right.
Like I pulled up Trevor Lawrence's stats right here, and they're pretty comparable to Zack Wilson, and we're talking less about him because he's in Jacksonville.
Right.
So let's see. Trevor Lawrence, 669 yards passing. Wilson, 628. So about less than 40%, a 40-yard difference. Touchdowns, Trevor Lawrence, 5, Wilson, 2. Interceptions, they both have 7. And sacked, Trevor Lawrence has been sacked 5 times, but Wilson's been sacked 15 times, as I said.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference. The Jacksonville O-line is protecting him better.
Yep.
And, they swap teams. I mean, if Trevor Lawrence out of the Jets, I don't think he's going to do as good as, as people would think he would do. He'd be probably doing the same thing as Zack Wilson and
He
get,
would be.
absolutely shredded by the media for it.
Yeah, he
So I
would be.
think Trevor Lawrence is thankful that he is in Jacksonville at this moment, because he would be under so much scrutiny if he started with this Jets team and their O-line just collapsed on him.
With the media, yeah, but at the end of the day, man, like Lawrence isn't playing good either, bro. And like, dude, these stats are they're so close. Like, obviously, Lawrence is playing better. He's got 3 more TDs. And that's and they're competing more. Like you're right. Like the Jaguars are doing better than the Jets. The Jets are honestly the worst team in the league right now. Like there's no debate. Like we are the worst team as of right now. So I get where you're coming from. He's not getting scrutinized by the media. He's and he has more protection. You're definitely right. But I don't know. I think it's a horrible situation for both quarterbacks, to be honest. I think that both of them are pretty screwed with what they're given.
Agreed. And I feel like it's going to still be, unless a wide receiver like Rashad Bateman continues to pop off with the Cardinals, I don't know if Wilson or Lawrence would be looking to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. It might go to one of these wide receivers that were drafted in the late first. Maybe even Najee Harris. He had a good game last week. If Steelers looking bad, though. So